Good day to everyone. My story is quite interesting. I invite you to share it. I'm 37, she's 35. We've known each other since high school. We started dating when she was in the 8th grade. We signed on the day she turned 19. Besides Russian, I have 2 more citizenships, which helps a lot in business, since I travel the world a lot. My wife went with me, but 2 years ago she went to work. So, you see, she wanted to. Well, okay, so I started driving alone. However, I have greatly reduced the number and duration of trips. Anyway, for that matter, I was away on business. I was supposed to be back on Friday, the 31st, but yesterday was my wife's birthday, so I did my best and came back the day before yesterday. Well, I didn't tell my wife. I stayed with a friend. I wanted to make a surprise. Yesterday I stopped by the salon and picked up her unexpected gift. A Honda CR-V. I went to her place of work, thinking that I would stop by for lunch, give her a bouquet of flowers and car keys. I drove up to her place of work, parked, and didn't have time to get out. I look, my wife comes out, and some dude comes up to her with a bouquet. They get into his car. I followed them to the motel. They went there, and I suddenly became calm as a boa constrictor. After lunch, I sat for about 5 minutes. Then the guard went out to smoke. I went up to him, explained the situation, and offered him, money. He took a lot, really a lot, and thank God, everything he had with him. In general, he told me the number and gave me a key card to the maid. It fits all the rooms. But he warned me that he did not know me, and if anything, he would twist it together with the cops. Anyway, I went into the room, and there they were rolling deep into the bed, undressing each other, but they hadn't completely undressed yet. There was 0 left for them, and not a damn thing. He came in and asked politely. In general, at first there was a silent scene. Then the hero lover jumped on me, but got his mug on my shoe, and for some reason calmed down very abruptly. My wife first started. You, misunderstood everything. He took her by the hair, pulled her up to the mirror, and there was no bra, underwear at her knees. I turned him around to the body on the bed, and he was lying there, blinking and afraid to say a word. I ask, and how can it be understood in another way? She roared. This is the first time. I don't know what came over me. You're not here all the time. And so on and so forth, his mother. Anyway, I took the keys, told my mother-in-law and father-in-law to come get her things. My mother-in-law and father-in-law did not come, but my wife is sitting under the door, crying, asking for some tests. All I want is that this is the first time. She is so stunned. That's the way it is. Well, after a while, I'll tell you what happened next. My father-in-law and mother-in-law know. I called them, told them, offered to come in for things. Then he said that he did not want to know his daughter and forbade his mother-in-law to interfere too. Okay, by the way, I didn't say that, but there are children. She begs for some kind of polygraph test. She immediately quit her job, or rather, called there and said she would not come out again. Today I met with the wife of the candidate for lovers. And you may ask, why? And I will answer you right away. In order to explain why this scoundrel is in the hospital. Well, that's it. There can be no question of a transition, but there will be no divorce yet either. But she will no longer be a beloved wife. Children need a mother, and that would be wrong. And then we'll see. In general, the probation period is unlimited. My children will grow up with me. It's 100%. It's unchangeable. I told my wife that I no longer consider her a wife. I am a free man. If she wants to leave, I won't hold her back. By the way, I visited him in the hospital face to face and told him that if he did not go to his room after discharge, I would make it worse for him than at the motel. All his vows that it was the first time don't bother me. He has 24 hours after discharge to clean himself up. His wife told him the same thing. You can tell I'm nervous. Why should I be nervous? Well, I made a mistake. I didn't take into account that every woman has potential, right? I've loosened my control, and now I have something to eat. So a family is a business project, and there are failures in business. A normal person does not chew snot, but learns a lesson and opens a new business project. In the end, life doesn't stop. It just moves on to a new stage. That's what I think. And the fact that Liam can punch a loser in the face to make him covet mine, I think, concerns me personally, and I don't forgive that. And according to the script, don't be jealous that someone can give you a Honda, okay? You don't have to judge me. There will be no scandals, as well as humiliations. Everything will be as I said. She has the freedom of choice. She knows that I don't change the terms, and I keep my word. 9 years ago, I stayed with my brother, who cheated on me, gave him a chance. He didn't accept it. Well, now he's free. Why should it be any different here? You see, I live in the USA 50% of the time, and I started treating my family like a failed business project only from the moment I saw it firsthand. It makes it easier to keep emotions under control. If I don't spend time on divorce, it doesn't mean that she remains a wife. I don't have any obligations to her anymore, and she knows it. She wanted a Honda, so I bought it, and now I've given it to my cousin. Losses happen in business. That's why I've learned not to lose my head. Shake it up, grit my teeth, and start all over again. By the way, I've never taken someone else's in my life, even if I found it. I returned it, and Liam took it, for which he was punished, as they say, with money. I'm not kidding, I earned it. I used to lose at zero and earn again. And I'm not afraid of scary uncles either. They can handle it. I took them away, but they can't handle it. I shouldn't have started. I have never been afraid of anyone. I have never asked anyone for anything, and I ask you, do not envy someone else. He did not take someone else's, did not give away his own, and most importantly, did not forgive meanness. So it was, is, and will be. By the way, I'm going to tell you what happened on the lie detector. But before that, there is something else. We no longer have love and trust. She'll find another one. That's her business. She can market it any time. I won't keep it, as I said. If he tries to do this behind his back, I will destroy him. I think I'm clear enough. I'm not going to humiliate or have a fun life. I gave her the opportunity to live as the mother of her children. She knows everything. She understands everything. She has made her choice. To stop going on trips with me was her choice. To go to work was her choice. To accept the courtship of this goat was, as you might guess, her choice. Go to a motel with him, Yes, who chose to accept his caresses and let herself be undressed is also her own choice. To ask for a polygraph and stay on my terms, she decided, she chose. In general, she made her choice, and I made mine. So she wants a polygraph test and wants to pay for it. She will have an unexpected test on Monday. And now it's Monday. You see, I believe only facts in this life. I have described what I saw, and that is a fact. What the test will show is another fact. And I'm not used to guessing, and I'm not going to get used to it either. She wants to prove that she has never had sex with anyone but me. A polygraph examiner not only with work experience, he is now in the civil service. He doesn't like women walking, because he caught his own a few years ago. So, let's go back. I had a polygraph today. I took it to the Academy of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Expert opinion. He's not lying. It was the first meeting outside of work. There was no intimacy. Actually, there was no intimacy with anyone except me. Then, when we were driving home, she said that she just rushed into the relationship like into a whirlpool. She was offended that he left and had to be away from her on her birthday. I thought I had someone. He begs me to forgive him, asks me to give him a chance. A segment for that idiot's wife to tell her everything. He said that nothing had changed. There is no trust in her, and it is unlikely that there will ever be. I'm on a plane to the States tomorrow. I'll take a rifle there and go to the mountains for a week. Didn't you realize that as a woman I'm no longer interested in her? Whether she hates me or not, I don't really care. I've already said it, and I'll say it again. She does not live with me, but with me, and not as a wife, only as the mother of my children. He doesn't want freedom. By the way, I'm thinking of finding or hiring a woman for sex. I have no problem with that. I hope this is understandable. I'm not in the States yet. I'm going to Dwarf Country for 2 days today. From there to the States. The children are with me. My wife and children are there. The older one is with me in the mountains. The younger one is with his wife in the valley. Then the kids go to Disneyland, and then on a Disney cruise. I promised them that a year ago. Life does not stop. You just need to be able to hold a punch and shake yourself off so that nothing sticks. And I wish you, dear listeners,